were in the studios, you heard about this detention center. This time around, I mean, it has gravitated from the north to the southwest, and then it becomes, all right, Daddy, you were already talking behind the camera, so maybe I'll start with you.
Well, you know, when we were hearing about it in the north, we thought about it was about all these Almangeris and all that. Now, to have it in Oyo, it's really, really dreadful. And to now hear the confessions that some of these people's parents actually brought them to these places for what? Rehabilitation? And then you tie them down like mad people and all that. I think, what type of rehabilitation do these people actually engage in for these unfortunate young men? Now, the case of one of these other was a medical doctor, and he's been there for God knows how long. So the government needs to do something about this before it becomes, I mean, well, it has become an epidemic now.
Exactly.
So we need to do something about it. If there's going to be rehabilitation, let it be a properly equipped place where people will be properly handled.
But then when we're even talking about rehabilitation, how is that even tied to religion in the first place? Let me hear Mazil Bureau's
you see, I don't have contrary opinion to what our guy has said here. I think it's not madness all over the places. We had one of Kaduna, one of them was, I think, a PhD holder,
yes,
who said that immediately he came back, he was brought there by the parents because of his religious belief.
He converted.
Then thereafter, we've been hearing news and rumors from other places, even in Lagos. The one in Lagos that was reported last week, the parents came protesting that we brought them, leave them to us. And I begin to ask myself, what do they intend to achieve? When you talk about remind, and that is even the problem. Some even when they are for healing purposes, I remember a doctor who said it is better you discharge a patient from a hospital to a better hospital than discharging a patient from the hospital to a prayer house. It has been the order of the day, and I wonder what is actually happening. If you go to the southeast, I'm sure we have not heard of that of the southeast because they've not gone there. I'm sure they are there. Even in the southeast, there's a place in Abia, which I will not mention here. If you go there now, they even sell children there. They have pregnant, ladies, small girls there, and it is all over the place. And one funny thing is that the founders of this book have sexual intercourse with these small children, pregnanting them, and they say food for all. I mean, I begin to wonder and I say, where have we gotten it wrong? The moral value system has degenerated to the point that we don't know what is happening. So it's something worrisome, and the government need to step in and do some necessary
Now, for me to take it from where you stop, one of the victims, Mutiu Amuda, said the owner of the center, the owner being Alpha Ismail Olore, he has sexual intercourse with these young ladies, and when some of the ladies got pregnant in the process, they had to abort the pregnancy to prevent their parents from knowing. Yeah. So this goes to show that if some of the parents, are we going to say they are unaware of the atrocities going on?
No. It's not only aborting it anywhere. Some even connect with other people to sell these children.
Sell the babies.
Yes. I some of this we don't need to say it on air. I happen to hear some information that even people go there, negotiate with the pregnant lady. Come, I will take care of you. You deliver the child, and I settle you. Okay. So it has been the order of the day, and we need to. Moral value has gone back. There's no moral value again. Right. So, Chilak, I don't know, you have a different opinion.
Mental health is a serious issue in Nigeria. And until we begin to reason and understand what mental health is, we will continue to have mushroom homes where people are assumed to be receiving healings. Parents must begin to understand that if your child has a problem, if you feel your child has a mental problem, go take the child to a psychiatrist. But unfortunately in Nigeria, the moment you say go to a psychiatrist, they think you're mad. but they don't understand that, you know, this depression itself is a mental health issue. So now you ask the question, what is the relationship between all this and religious organizations? You see, when the religious bodies, Islam and Christianity, moved away from preaching morality and started preaching prosperity and healing, that is where we all got it wrong. So that is why you see somebody who ordinarily should be in the hospital receiving treatment, the family will take the person, they are running to a pastor. And I keep asking, the pastor you're taking this sick person to, is he a doctor? How is he going to diagnose the person? What knowledge, what wisdom is he going to use? And I keep saying, if you believe that as a man of God that you have the power to heal, you don't need people to bring people to your church. Go to the hospitals. There are a lot of people that need healing there. Go there and show us that you can heal people. You know, so it's not just, this thing is not just restricted to Islam, like we're saying it. A lot of Christian homes are doing it, and we know that.
But let me quickly make a little bit of a clarification here. These centers are not synonymous with mental health issues only.
Yeah,
you have to understand that. I think it has something to do, please correct me if I'm wrong, you know, they are supposed to be Quranic schools.
Yeah, essentially.
Essentially, that's what they're supposed to be.
The primary objective.
Yes. And then parents who feel they have children who are headstrong, you know, a bit, you know, strong-minded and all of that, take them to these alphas or whatever they're called, you know, to sort of.
But do they come out clean?
That's what I'm trying to say.
They don't come out clean.
They're supposed to be, you know, like a correctional, like a religious correctional facility. But it has since mutated into a hydra-headed monster.
Patience.
As we can see now.
Patience. There is no explanation anybody would give that would justify the madness that is going on in the society. Now, if we're saying that they are supposed to be correctional, those who run them, are they professionals? No. Are they educated to run that? Have they been licensed by government to do that? So we must draw a line where between religion and state. We must draw that line, or else we'll keep having these kind of issues coming up. As far as I'm concerned, if you call it a Quranic school, the Catholics have their own, they call it catechism classes. Children are not kept there. They go there, they attend, and then they go back home. So government needs to wake up and say, look, we will no longer take this. It has to stop.
Okay. All right.
Do you know that some of them use those centers as a milking home, money?
Of course. They
release these people to the street to beg for alms and come back to make account to the funders. It happens in the north, but I don't know where it happens here. But the issue, like he said, we need to go back to our basis. Our families are in problem. The family is in problem because parents have decided or neglected erroneously to do what they're supposed to do, bringing up what they're supposed to do, bringing up their children in the nurture and admonition of God. So I don't know why a child that is sick, instead of you to take that child to a hospital or psychiatric, whatever, you now decide to take a prayer house, and at the end of it, it doesn't come back clean, it comes out more hardened. From there, you learn so many things, so many evil. I read last week that somebody that is in detention said that he has been more hardened more than how he came.
Okay. All right, like I said earlier, 5 persons connected with the Islamic Center have been arrested, and the police says they will go on to prosecute, you know, to serve as a deterrent to others.